Hello everyone, I'm Randy Suarez, aka Silvercoat. Today we got another reaction for you, and this time we watched something from Watch Mojo, which they made a top 10 most graphic moments in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a lot more than 10, but personally, them putting, I guess, the best, most graphic ones together is amazing. So, if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to Watch Mojo. I will leave the original link to this video, what's in this video, down below in the description so you can watch it uninterrupted. And without further ado, let's get started.
You will learn respect, and suffering will be your teacher.
Welcome.
So, before I get into this, a lot of people at around the time when this part came out did not know that was Mark Hamill. I mean, neither did I. I did not know it was him until you see, until I saw season 3 when they finally introduced, properly by the way, Firelord Ozai. And I'm like, because for the longest I knew when it came to this voice, and when they had it show this part and show the ending of season 1, when they introduced Azula and you hear Ozai in the background, you know, like, okay, this voice sounds so freaking familiar, but I cannot put my finger on it. But as soon as season 3 came out and they introduced, I was like, Mark Hamill.
To Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most graphic moments in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I'm sorry, Appa.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments of intense violence or brutality found in this endlessly beloved show. However,
which there are multiple, but them putting top 10, amazing.
we won't be including its sequel series, The Legend of Korra, or any tie-in comics or novels. Which moment of violence surprised you? Share with us in the comments below.
Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern only at watchmojo.com/play.
Number 10. Death of the Moon Spirit.
I intend to remove the moon.
See, with Admiral Zhao, he was searching for power and glory. Basically, he was demanding it. And basically also demanding respect on a lot of things. Basically, he's like, you know what? I'm better than anyone else. So I'm gonna kill the moon spirit.
The factor. Remove the moon? How?
Admiral Zhao was a vile villain in the early days of Avatar. He was so sold on the glory of the Fire Nation that he believed it's his destiny to destroy sacred spirits. Not only would this depower the Northern...
Here's the thing, he should have took a hint of the reason why Ozai never went after the spirits. Because how can you rule the world when there's no world to rule? It makes zero sense, because the one who basically keep the balance of the world, technically, yes, is the Avatar, but also the spirits as well.
Water tribe during a climactic siege, but leave long-lasting consequences.
Whatever you do to that spirit, I'll unleash on you tenfold. Let it go now!
Despite it obviously being a very bad idea, Zhao landed a killing blow on the innocent moon spirit's Tui. Seeing him murder a being that never attacked him was shocking to say the least. While he always put his goals before everything else, this showed his lust for power knew no bounds. Zhao was willing to throw the world out of balance for a shot at glory.
There's no hope now. It's over.
I wish they showed the part when Aang glows. Like, no, it is not over. I'm like, ooh. Ooh. That still gives me chills.
Number 9. Sozin's Betrayal. In a Season 3 episode, Avatar Roku was given some much appreciated backstory and character.
See, I love that they did that, due to the fact that none of us knew about the relationship between Sozin and Roku until they brought it up and said, oh, this guy didn't make them best friends. Because they were. Hold on, let me straighten up my camera. Because technically, yes, they were best friends. But stuff happened.
It was revealed that he and Fire Lord Sozin had been childhood friends.
Back then, he was just Prince Sozin. And he was my best friend.
But when the royal tried to expand his rule, the two had a major falling out. Years later, they reunited when Roku's home was endangered by a volcanic eruption. After the Avatar is hit with poisonous gas, Sozin sees an opportunity.
Without you, all my plans are suddenly possible. I have a vision for the future, Roku.
Upon realizing Roku's death meant his plans could be secured, the Fire Lord left his friend to die. We already knew Sozin had ordered the deaths of air nomads he didn't know, but we had no idea the Fire Lord could be this cold to an old friend.
With Roku gone and the Great Comet returning, the timing was perfect to change the world.
Number 8.
Here's the thing, and this is how very, very ironic it is. Yes, he caused the death of his own best friend because he was obsessed with his own ambition. He wanted basically to put all the worlds to all the nations together and to be ruled by one. And knowing the fact that was wrong, but he did not care. The point that I'm trying to it's very ironic when it got so bad that your predecessor, marrying, not knowing he marrying the great granddaughter of Avatar Roku, knowing give birth to the great grandson of Avatar Roku and great granddaughter of basically Avatar Roku, but knowing the fact that they're both Azula and freaking Zuko are both related to Roku and Sozin. Like, I mean, with Zula, she's batshit crazy, of course. But Zuko was so fixated on being, basically getting his dad approval, not realizing he's a lot more than just the Fire Lord's son. He needs to be himself. And he actually, as an adult, he actually contributes a little bit more of Avatar Roku, but
Finding Gyatso's remains. Aang was desperate to reconnect with someone from the Southern Air Temple after he spent 100 years in an iceberg.
It's just that a lot can change in all that time.
I know, but I need to see it for myself.
While Sokka and Katara saw confirmation that everyone there was executed, the Avatar was initially oblivious to the truth. Unfortunately, everything changed when Aang stumbled upon the remains of his mentor, Monk Gyatso.
They were here? Gyatso.
The discovery of the Elder Airbender's skeleton surrounded by deceased Fire Nation soldiers was shocking to him and the audience. While other kids shows might approach death with more subtlety, Avatar made it clear in no uncertain terms that Gyatso perished fighting. The revelation gave fans visual proof that this war cost the air nomads everything.
I really am the last Airbender.
Number 7. The Last Agni Kai.
they done this part so beautifully at the end. In season 3, it seemed like the animation for season 3 when it comes to fight scenes just went skyrocketed up. I'm like, bro, yes!
During Sozin's Comet, Zuko and Azula's abilities are significantly enhanced. The size and ferocity of their blue and red flames made us nervous about each of their exchanges, but in the end, a bolt of lightning gave us the most graphic moment.
No lightning today? What's the matter? Afraid I'll redirect it?
After Zuko manages to hold his own, Azula does what she does best, targeting a weak spot. She breaks the rules of the Agni Kai and aims her lightning at Katara. When an unprepared Zuko takes the blow, the blast ripples through his body and leaves him badly burned.
Zuko!
The lightning hit was so severe that we thought he was a goner. It just goes to show that Azula doesn't even hold back for family.
Zuzu, you don't look so good.
Number 6.
Because Azula is batshit crazy. I mean, you don't really know that until you reach to a certain point when you actually see her losing her mind. And to me personally, that was a profound way to saying that Azula always been nuts, but we didn't know what level of nuts. And that basically explains a lot. No, don't get me wrong. Very smart. Very smart woman. At the time, hot. But she's batshit crazy.
Combustion Man's death. Being a non-bender, Sokka doesn't usually get to show off as much during combat, but his talent with the boomerang should never be in question.
I can't get a good enough angle on him from down here.
I know how to get an angle on him.
When the gang is attacked by an assassin known as the Combustion Man, the villain overwhelms the heroes with his explosive firebending. Even Zuko isn't able to stop the villain as he decimates the temple around them. But with one well-aimed throw, Sokka was able to hit the Combustion Man in the source of his power.
Yeah, boomerang!
When Combustion Man tries attacking again, he finds his chi is blocked, causing the explosions to happen around him instead. The final...
Here's the thing. No matter how bad that is, to me personally, it does not compare to being your head decapitated by explosion from a Legend of Korra. Because Zahir's lady, baddie, but she went out like that. I'm like, no wonder he basically snapped in a way and let it, like, his attachment was her. But still, though, oh my god, that... Whew.
explosion annihilates their pursuer and leaves nothing but the assassin's metal arm behind.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but thanks, Zuko.
Hey, what about me? I did the boomerang thing.
Number 5. Aang burns Katara. After finding a prospective firebending teacher in Master Zhangjian, Aang grew too eager and impatient to learn how to be careful.
Fire is a...
And that's the thing. Fire can be helpful, but it mainly can be destructive. You have to be careful, but Aang, even though he's technically 112, he still has a mindset of a 12-year-old. So he does not know that. He couldn't be patient. For someone who practiced patient, he couldn't be patient. And that was the weird thing.
Life. It breathes. It grows. Without the bender, a rock will not throw itself.
While practicing his movements, he lost control of the fire and ended up burning Katara's hands. Her cry of pain instantly made it clear that his reckless act severely hurt his friend. Seeing a child handle something they clearly shouldn't, only to harm someone they deeply care for, can be hard to watch.
You burned my sister! This is all your fault!
What makes it harder is how heavy this accident weighs on Aang's soul. Although Katara is able to heal her hands, he vows to never firebend again. It's not until Aang accepts that firebending isn't just about inflicting pain, that he's able to wield flames with ease.
Zhang said you had no restraint.
Number 4. Azula's striking blow.
Yep.
The Season 2 finale is packed with incredible moments of heroism and tragedy. An exciting battle eventually comes to an end when Azula fights Dirty. During the clash in Ba Sing Se, Aang goes into the Avatar state to give his side a helping hand.
I'm sorry, Katara.
Unfortunately, Azula knows killing him in this state will end the Avatar cycle, and so she acts accordingly. She shoots a lightning bolt straight into his back. Seeing Aang's body writhe in pain before he fell out of the sky was incredibly difficult to watch. While Katara was able to save him, we still haven't recovered from the horrifying moment he was struck down.
The Earth Kingdom has fallen.
Because when we got to this point towards the end of Season 2, we weren't even sure that Aang can ever go back to the Avatar state.
Number 3. Appa's cruel circus visit.
I actually want to fight. When it came to this, I actually want to fight somebody because we all love Appa. You don't do that to him.
After Appa is kidnapped by sandbenders, a flashback episode reveals what happened during his time away from the gang.
Okay, big fella. You're gonna take a nice little snoozle.
None of it is particularly happy, but the lowest point comes early when he's purchased by a Fire Nation circus. Shortly after Appa arrives, a vicious animal tamer keeps Appa in a small cage, mistreats him, and threatens the animal with fire.
But don't worry, you won't anymore. Because I am going to break you.
The Sky Bison is then forced into a Fire Nation outfit and makeup to perform tricks under the threat of more violence. It's always hard to see an animal in distress, and for all the fans who had gotten to know Appa, seeing him at the cruel mercy of an animal tamer was nigh unbearable.
You insolent cow!
Number 2. Zuko's banishment.
Yep.
Who does Zuko think he is?
Do you really want to know?
Once upon a time, Zuko was excited to serve the Fire Nation and got to sit in on his father Ozai's War Council meeting. But while inside, the prince spoke out against the general's plan to sacrifice troops. The Fire Lord was so angry at the supposed disrespect that he demanded that Zuko participate in an Agni Kai. Although the prince accepted, he didn't realize that he agreed to fight his own father.
Zuko would have to do his own father.
Although
Because, here's the thing. When it comes to this, I agree Zuko had to fight his dad. I don't agree the method. Because he did disrespect the general, but he not only disrespected the general, he disrespected him at the Fire Lord's war room, which basically indirectly disrespected the Fire Lord. But again, I compared it to teenage angst, and he do need to learn from his mistakes. Now, do I agree with Ozai's method? Hell no. The If Azula is batshit insane, this man is on the Lulu train times a million insane.
Zuko refused to fight. His father still set fire to his face. The moment is so brutal that they don't even need to show it on screen. Zuko's agonized scream and Iroh's pained expression sell how graphic this moment truly is.
As punishment, he was banished and sent to capture the Avatar. Only then could he return with his honor.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Embracing bloodbending. There's a good reason the bloodbending technique still creeps fans out all these years later.
Still creep me out. Because you don't expect it at all. Like, to get this kind of creepy dark for this show like this, yes, it has gotten dark throughout the series, but never this creepy and dark.
This terrifying skill was first showcased by Hama.
Blood bending. Controlling the water in another body. Enforcing your own will over theirs.
After this waterbender learned she could manipulate the blood within people during full moons, she started kidnapping Fire Nation residents. When Katara tried to stop this from happening, Hama used her dark abilities on the young waterbender and her friends. The villain even made Sokka and Aang attack someone they loved. Since bloodbending causes the victim's body to contort, it looks like something out of The Exorcist. This moment was so dark and disturbing, Katara vowed to never use the technique again after defeating Hama.
Congratulations, Katara. You're a bloodbender.
But she broke that promise when she was on her own quest of vengeance.
It's not him.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other...
Yeah, I actually did enjoy this video. But yeah, with Katara, she became basically, when she used bloodbending to find the guy, trying to find the person that basically murdered her mother, which another dark thing. Her using blood building terrified me because, like, you don't expect that from Katara at all. But it's one of those things, like, I don't want to get her on her bad side. Like when she warned Zuko, that was terrifying. Anyway, if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe to Watch Mojo. I will leave the original link to the video down below in the description. So you can watch it uninterrupted. And leave in the comments down below, what is y'all favorite moment ever in Avatar: The Last Airbender? Also, Legend of Korra too. Leave that down below as well. Till next time, please stay hydrated, take care of yourself, and peace out. Kakui.